Hi, this is Lulu again. We're still talking about step five. And the next thing that I was invited to do as part of reading, sharing part of my step four writing with my sponsor in step five was she had me do this exercise and she sat across from me and I do it with my sponsees on Zoom. Um, and she had me read to her every single thing, every statement that I wrote on my selfish writing. Um, and she was, as I was reading it, the selfish part. Remember when we talked about the selfish part of the writing, where we write, "This is what I want. This is what I need you to do. This is what I need you to stop doing. This is what makes me mad. This is what um, needs to happen in order for me to fill in the blank, be happy, no, be able to tolerate you, for me to get ahead in the world, for me to feel safe. I need you to do this so I feel safe. I need you to, however that selfish writing in the on every single turnaround in the fourth step, resentment writing, and so I read each. She goes, "Don't tell me who it is. Don't tell me what the story is. It doesn't matter the backstory. Just read me every selfish item on your list." So I was sitting there and I got my fourth step out and, oh, here it is. And so I was reading these things to her. So, you know, um, um, I want you to not hate me so I would feel safe. Uh, I want um, I want you to be less pathetic. I want you to manage your money better. Stop laying on your ass, blah, blah, blah. Right. So what she was doing was she was jotting down notes. So in that one, she would write, "Don't be pathetic. Manage your money. Stop sitting on your ass." She was just taking like little quick notes, what my orders were. So she was taking my sentences and she was picking out what my orders were, my orders to people. So I want you to be different than who you are. I wanted you to be fat. Oh my God. Here she would say, "Don't be yourself. Get fat." Just these are my orders. Okay. So then what she did at the end of it all, so I'm reading them all. And as I'm reading them, I'm feeling like, yeah, I still didn't really quite understand why, like, this would be really odd for me to not expect this stuff to happen. For some of it anyway. I didn't know what she was going to do at the end of it. So when at the end of it all, she uh, she invited me to sit across from her, close my eyes, and just listen to what she's going to read back to me. And what she did was she read back to me all my barking orders to the world. And it went on forever. And it was nasty. And it was like, ew. And it was very, very, very powerful. It wasn't bashing. I wrote it. You see, you always got to remember that. She's not telling me this stuff about me. She is telling me what I wrote about me. It's just that she was inviting me to look at it in a different way. So as I sat there and with my eyes closed, listening to her, she's saying, "I'm perfect. Talk more. Spend more time with me. Don't disappoint people. Be cheery on your deathbed. Spend less time with your mother. Stop enabling people. Stop serving people. Stop bragging. Value your marriage. Be less dramatic." I mean, I'm just I won't go on and on, but this was the rattle off that I got. And it was just like, it went on forever. It went on forever. And I kept thinking like, there's more, and it was so powerful. I opened my eyes and she just looked at me and she said, "That's you." conducting yourself in the world? Would you like to not be the queen anymore? Would you like to give me your crown? Shouldn't wear the crown anymore. She always talked about the crown. Actually, at the top of the paper, she wrote, the queen wants, so she'll feel good. This is what the queen wants. So it's a very powerful way to read your selfish part of your writing with your sponsor, to hear it in a much more powerful way. It was very powerful when I do it, when it was done with me. And it was very, very powerful. It's very powerful when I do it with other people. I always tell them, like, this is not a bashing session. I'm about to read this to you for an effect. It's you, about you, written by you, for you. And it's just good information to have. And then you can probably figure out why you've been eating for years against your own permission, because you need to you're always trying to feel good, because this stuff isn't happening, and it probably isn't going to happen. And it's like, how about if we just stop expecting it to happen? But how do we do that? That comes in more of the fifth step, unraveling, that we'll discuss.